Hi, this is Ollie from GG Recon, and welcome to GOATED Games, the series that focuses on the games that are considered the best of all time. This week, we're looking at one of the ultimate life simulation games that has grown to become one of the titans in the industry. Let's take a look at The Sims. The Sims lets you control life in more ways than was ever imaginable. Never before has a simulator game allowed you to have this much control over what was essentially a virtual living human. Simulation games have previously focused on more elements of your life that you've not been able to do yourself, such as world building, city management, and even train driving. The Sims took a bold step and allowed you to simulate a virtual human's life. You were in the steering wheel and controlled what career they had, what they ate, what they did, who they ended up in a relationship with, and most importantly, what their home looked like. The Sims was, and still is, a gorgeous blend between life management and interior decorating. But what makes this simple yet so effective title so interesting? Let's find out. There is no denying that the building and home design elements of the game are perhaps still the most popular part of the entire series. You are given the ability to become an interior designer and either build upon pre-existing properties or fully create your own from scratch. Don't like the properties on offer? Well, you can create your own mega mansion. But you don't always have to have the biggest house on the block. You create the narrative on The Sims, and that means you can start with as little as a garden shed to live out of. Ultimate Challenge creators love a good rags to riches story. They will start with as little as physically possible and use every mechanic the game has to build their way up to having the biggest house on the block. The true rags to riches experience relies on you managing your time, your skills, and your moods. Do you fancy getting a promotion to earn some more simoleons? Well, unfortunately, you have to put in the time and effort. Simply turning up to work is not going to be enough. Job progression relies on you upgrading the certain skills that relate to the job you have chosen. But you don't always have to earn money to create the home of your dreams. Cheat codes became commonplace in The Sims and were just widely accepted as something that became part of the game. Cheat codes brought with them a whole new level of creativity when it came to building your dream home. There were codes that allowed you to move objects absolutely anywhere and place objects at angles that were never accessible in the base version of the game. You could increase your funds by 1,000 simoleons or even 50,000 simoleons at one time, which would easily allow you to add an additional room to your home or just buy that state-of-the-art fridge you've always fancied. The Sims always encouraged you to strive towards getting the better items in the game. The most expensive items would replenish your mood bars fast, allowing you to do way more in your day than you could with the cheaper items. Some of the more expensive items may not look as nice as some of the cheaper alternatives, but they do the job a lot quicker than others. Following a theme and a design pattern was an integral part of most people's playthroughs. The freedom of the interior design allowed people to create their own artistic masterpieces. The earlier Sims games limited you somewhat by only letting you choose from the items they had available, with zero customizational options. But as soon as Sims 2 hit, customizable items were here to stay. Downloadable themes, as well as decor vinyl, were here to stay as well. This allowed you to drag and drop designs from the internet into your game, and truly create the home of your dreams. Once you start to feel like you've played the game to death, maxis jump in and add even more to the game to drag you back in. Expansion packs used to release around every 6 months for the first 2 games. But since the age of digital gaming has revolutionised the business, the expansion packs are coming in thick and fast. Is there a need for so many expansion packs? Well, some are more needed than others. Packs range from full-on game-changing mechanics to simple furniture additions. There is only one negative to all of this, and it's the price. Somebody recently figured out that if you want to get every expansion pack to The Sims 4 plus the base game, it would set you back around $479.88. This is by no means cheap. But what the vast amount of expansion packs do allow you is choice. You do not need all of the expansion packs to enjoy the game. Just base your experience around the ones that you want. Earlier expansion packs in the series completely altered the games. Additional content allowed your Sims to go on holiday, go out on hot dates, adopt pets, become a magician, or even a superstar celebrity. I feel packs back in the day certainly did add a lot more to the game, but the modern day ones are definitely still worth checking out. What does every game need? Players, of course. Players are the most essential thing to a game, and keeping them happy is a skill that quite a lot of studios still neglect to this day. Luckily, the studio behind The Sims does not ignore its fans. The introduction of the Creative Hub to The Sims allowed fans to share their amazing creations to the world. From incredible builds to gripping storylines, fans around the world have been able to show why they love The Sims so much. Anybody can download these creations and do with them whatever they want. Community creations have been actively encouraged by the company as well. They've even started tournaments based around prominent members of the community doing exactly that. The Sims Creator Tournament happened for the first time last year and was an incredible success. Players were placed into teams and were tasked with creating a unique build in the allotted amount of time. They would also have to base a storyline around the builds they had made. Fans loved the idea behind the tournament, and hopefully it's going to be returning this year for another round. The Sims is just the definition of a feel-good game. You are near enough in complete control of every aspect of your character's life. If you just fancy a chilled out games night, give yourself loads of money and just have a night interior decorating. If you really want to challenge yourself, just start a rags to riches storyline and work your way up to becoming the ultimate jet setter. The Sims has come a long way since its humble beginnings all those years ago, but the core mechanics still remain the same. It's a prime case of if it's not broken, don't fix it. And I think it's pretty safe to say The Sims has never felt broken. It's a game that's going to be living in the memories of people for years to come, and that's why it's considered a GOATED game. Thank you so much for watching this episode of GOATED Games, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more weekly gaming content.